All right, greetings. Greetings to the tribe. Hey, this is Mark coming to you from Baker's Green Acres. My wife and I are the ones that actually own the tribe, the Anyone Can Farm tribe. And the Anyone Can Farm tribe was created so that we could share information. We could share each other's complaints and burdens and victories and all that stuff. And we've become a pretty good sized organization, and I'm really glad of that. It's worked out really well. But one of the other facets that we saw on the horizon was a time when a large group of us could come together and show concern over a situation. And this is that time. I think the tribe's been in business for 3-4 years, 10,000 or so people, or maybe more than that. But good group, great activity on there, a lot of sharing, and I'm really proud of the direction that American small farmers are going. I'm really proud of that because we lost our sense of rugged individualism. Not all of us, but the ones that realized that they lost it were able to come on board and be instructed by those of us that were in it and still learning and willing to share. So it's a good thing, and I feel really good about the people that we're in this with. Like, we are in this together. Hold on a sec. I want to boost this up a little bit. It seems like it's a little low. Let me put a can of WD-40 behind it. No, that's not going to work. Okay, we'll just leave it where it is. I can just continue my speech here, but I really have something very important to ask you. Okay, so what's going on here in Michigan? And you can't really say, well, that's Michigan, don't worry about it, it's not me. You can't really say, oh, well, that has to do with soybeans, that doesn't have to do with me. That has to do with chickens, that's not me, I don't raise chickens. No, we're definitely all in this together. It's kind of us and them. And in this case, the them is the Michigan Department of Agriculture. Chuckle when I say that because they should be called the Department of Anti-Agriculture, because their directions in the past have been a little bit skewed, might I say. These are not people with farm backgrounds for the most part. They're people who have gone to school and gotten some sort of funky degree, and then they come out and they think they're experts. So what happened last Friday noon is they started visiting farms, and they visit farms like mine, farms who are diversified. We milk a few cows, we have a small butcher shop on the farm, we do some farm crops, we do some teaching, we do a little of this, a little of that. And when everything is said and done, I'm feeding my family. That is what this is about. We're trying to make a living here in the United States of America. Trying to make a living just to feed our families. But these guys decided that they're going to show up, and under the guise of safety, they're saying, the bird flu. You're going to have to stop milking cows, they say. So they handed cease and desist notices to people who are milking 15 goats, 10 cows, 5 cows, 2 cows. Meanwhile, the big producers that are milking, there's one north of me that milks 3,000 cows around the clock. No problem. No problem there. So we have a problem with this. They've floated a whole bunch of weird stories about H5N1 and how devastating it is. The only thing that they're acknowledging that has died from it is 12 cats, right? But yet they want us to depopulate our flocks. They want us to stop milking cows and distributing it to our friends, neighbors, and enemies, which under the Fifth Amendment to the U.S. Constitution, we have every right to do that. So, okay, we've seen this movie before. Department of Ag is getting a little feisty. They must have some new leadership over there, or somebody's putting a fire under them for one reason or another. it's always the same thing, safety. They're concerned with our safety, right? I'm so glad they're concerned with our safety. Maybe they should be concerned. So anyway, what we need to do here is very simple. We need to just come together. Not a hard thing to do. We're going to have the first meeting tonight. Now, the Anyone Can Farm tribe, which is where I'm coming to you from here, is a Facebook group, basically. But then we have like an advanced, for advanced people who are more into it, that when we're sharing on there, we're sharing to a more advanced group of people. And that's called the Tribe Plus. And that you pay to get in the Tribe Plus. And then you have consulting services that are coming your way. You get a lot of material that comes your way that we've compiled and goes to you so that you can up your game. You can do better, right? And I'm willing to do that. And I've done that because if we put it out for free, then people think that it has no value and they don't put it to use as well when we have a nominal charge on it. And so anyway, that's what Tribe Plus is. And we've been doing it for years now, and it's working out fine. One of the functions of Tribe Plus is every other Wednesday night, we have a Zoom call. And that's where the people who are in Tribe Plus can come together and we can talk. It's a consulting call is what we call it. You can talk to me. You can ask me questions. I'll give you real-time answers. You can show me the layout of your farm and I'll give you my opinion. Other people in the group are going to have opinions too. So it's a good place to meet up if you're running a farm and you want to go to the next level with it. Or if you're considering doing something and you want to talk to people that maybe have done it or something like it. It's been extremely productive, and we've seen a lot of people make some real gains, real good breakthroughs. But tonight we're going to use that platform this Wednesday night, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. We're going to use that platform to discuss this latest issue. And this latest issue is the Department of Agriculture has decided, and we've got to assume it was decided at high levels within the Department of Ag, if there is such a thing, to raid family farms and throw a bunch of information at them and then throw at them a cease and desist milking their animals. So it's their process, their private property, their function, and here's this outside entity that thinks they have authority on private property and saying you can no longer do it because we friggin' say so. I don't like that too much. I don't like that at all. Matter of fact, I'm out and out offended by that as an American serviceman and a protector of the United States Constitution, which I hope you all become protectors of the United States Constitution. The Bill of Rights is extremely important. Any of you that plan to attend the call tonight, I would recommend that you download it. It's just a page and read it. First Amendment, Second Amendment, Third Amendment, Fourth, Fifth, Sixth, Seventh, Eighth, Ninth, Tenth. Read them. Make them part of you. Very important. That is the supreme law of the land, not some weenies at the state capitol that decide, well, I don't think we should be letting these guys show their chickens this year. Okay, let's all get together and say no. We need to just say, we need to disregard them. And because, why are we regarding this organization that doesn't seem to really have a grasp on reality? Why? Why do we do that? Why do we listen to them? Oh, because they have a state letterhead? Oh, I guess that should give us real confidence that they're good people and they have our best interest in mind. They don't. We all know it. We've all lived through the last fiasco that took 4 years. They were at the helm, and people like them were at the helm. So we don't trust them, and they want us to give up our way of life to save some cats. Or, oh, it could be bad if we don't get a handle on it. Yeah, right, yeah. Show us some proof first. And I tell you, the director, if you want to talk to me, Ring my phone, dude. You put your pants on one leg at a time, so do I. Maybe we got something in common. Maybe we can hammer this out a little bit. But I tell you what, there's an awful lot of resistance to your organization right now. Anyway, we're going to come together tonight on this Zoom call. If you want to be involved, you can be involved this time, and we'll see what happens next week. All you need to do is send me a PM with your phone number. My wife will fire you a code, and you can get into the Zoom call tonight. If the director of the Department of Ag wants to come, why don't you? Why don't you? Because we're going to be talking about things like the United States Constitution. You can download it too. Probably wouldn't want to do that, but and we're going to talk about ways that we can kind of thwart this activity. If you have, you have wolves or something that are coming in and killing your lambs, we don't need to pass a law to keep those wolves away. There are just ways that we can do that, right? We're farmers. We work this stuff all the time, right? We don't need to petition, the governor. Hey, tell these guys to... No, there are methods, right? And most of these methods are laid out right in our Constitution. As a matter of fact, folks, if you do download the Bill of Rights to the United States Constitution, which is the supreme law of the land, I guarantee it, and I'm going to explain that tonight, why I guarantee that it is. You will see the very First Amendment guarantees me the right to free speech, which is what I'm doing right now. I can call out anybody that I want. And maybe that's what we need to start doing, is calling out some of these people on pivotal issues. And I'm not just talking government people either. There are other people that are supposed to be in place to ensure that our constitutional rights to farm are protected. And they ain't been doing their job. And I'm getting a little tired of it. And I'm going to start naming names here if they don't get their you-know-what together. Okay? That's just the way it is. I'm a little tired of this. I'd like to put this to bed. There's a little bit of cognitive dissonance out there. Dissonance, right? My wife had to straighten me out on that. What that is when we believe something is a certain way, we kind of accept it. And then it kind of builds on to the next thing that is possibly just as absurd as the thing before it. But consider the absurdity of this. I'm a guy on a piece of land working 10 or 12 hours a day, milking a couple of cows. And now here's a state agency that is parasitic in nature because they produce absolutely nothing. If it weren't for me and guys like me, they wouldn't even exist. And they have the audacity to come onto our properties and exclaim that we can't do something that is legal. There are no laws against it. There are only their rules. Well, you can stuff your rules because I'm not playing your game. I never said I would, and I don't think I will. Why would I not play their game? What's the benefit in it to me? Do they detail a couple people over here to help me do some raking and cleaning up, maybe some planting? No. What do they do for me? What is the product of the Department of Agriculture? What do you guys produce? Oh, nothing? That's what I thought. I thought you were parasites. I really did. Every time I've dealt with them, I'm usually dealing with people who are extremely unprofessional. Every single time. So what went down last Friday, think about this. If you're a landowner, you're a farmer, and you're out there struggling to make a living, which, yeah, there's a struggle involved. I think it was designed that way. This creation was handed to me, right? By who? By the God of the universe. I didn't make these flies. I didn't make this grass. I'm just stewarding it, and I'm doing the best I can. It is a struggle. It is a struggle, but it's a good struggle. So in comes this organization that says, well, you can do it, but you got to do it our way. You got to have a license from us. You got to have permission from us. I take great offense at that, you know. And I think the time is here for them to poop or get off the pot. So if you want to put these farms out of business and operate the way you guys did last Friday, showing up at people's places of business, disembarking from your vehicles, and then approaching these farmers and asking them a bunch of questions, that is extremely unprofessional. If you want to talk to these people, you call them on the phone and you get an appointment. How would that be if we stormed into one of your office, maybe 25 of us, which maybe that wouldn't be such a bad idea, would it, fellas? Maybe we should do that. And it hits you up with a bunch of questions. And oh, by the way, while we're there, I want to see what you're looking at on your computer, you bunch of people. I want to know what you're doing. You work for us. We're the ones that pay your salaries. Time to straighten out. Doesn't matter if you straighten out. We're still coming together. And the reason for this video is to let you all know that we're not going to wait until we know that this is a full-blown offensive. I think that was damned offensive what they did last week. One of the farms that they visited are personal friends of mine. Personal friends. And they had the nerve to pull up in their driveway. They sprayed a substance on the ground, saying that they were disinfecting their tires. Sound like the mask, maybe? Did you spray both sides of the tires, Junior? No, just one side. And left the residue on the ground on my friend's property. Oh, maybe they were infecting the property with the bird flu. Maybe? Could that be? Oh, they would never do that. Oh, no, they wouldn't, huh? Right? We don't trust you. We don't trust you. Should we trust you? Feral swine much? Huh? Should we trust you? We should have been overrun 3 years ago with feral swine. Has anybody seen any? No, we don't trust you, and we're not going to trust you until you start acting correctly. You should be about half of the numbers that you have, and you should be just providing the governor with reports about what is, not trying to manage what we are doing, the professionals. You need to butt out. But I don't think you will, so we're going to come together tonight at 8 o'clock. Any of you that would like to attend the meeting, get your phone number to me via PM. We will send you a link, and we will see you there. Remember, anyone can farm. Thanks for listening. Please share this, okay? Share it, please. Thank you.